What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well, and yeah, let's get straight into things. So hopefully you've watched yesterday's video. If not, do go check it out, and you'll see that today was pretty much as I expected. Very consolidated, an absolute mess, and I did not trade in these conditions, and I did recommend that none of you trade in these conditions either, because today, I'm not gonna lie, there's not much more for me to say. This will probably be a short video, but you can see we gapped higher first of all, which is just jarring, which is annoying, and then you can see we traded up into a bearish order block. So right now I'm just paying attention to see if this bearish order block can act as a bearish order block. So I'm looking for price to stay below it. Now remember, I do want to see a down close week. I'm looking for price to trade on lower still. It looks like this imbalance that I drew out, this wick here, is pretty much lost its relevance now, because we traded one, we've wicked through it, and now we've pretty much gapped to the upper half of it. So I don't really want to use it as a means for directional bias. So let's get rid of that for now. And then you'll see I'm going to take out a few things just to clear up the charts a bit. And yeah, having this massive gap between this close and this open, it does mean that there's a whole imbalance right here. So I am going to keep that marked out on our charts. What I'm going to do is let's make the middle open, and then we'll mark it out with a blue box. At least then we know, and we can anticipate price to attempt to try and fill this in the new day. So what am I looking at? So this bullish order block open, as you can see, we already traded into that. We do have a small imbalance right here, but I don't want to see price trade up into that ideally. This is very difficult conditions, not gonna lie, but yeah, ideally we don't trade up into that. Let's go to the 4 hour, take a closer look. There's that massive gap I was talking about. Here you can see look at how price is respecting the bullish order block open. We also have a bearish order block. I've been saying bullish, bearish. We also have a bearish order block right here, which is lined up with this imbalance, and it does look like we have a level of displacement. Maybe when we drop to the lower time frames, we might be able to see one, but nonetheless, here's the open of this, and you can see how we tapped into that level as well. So generally speaking, moving into tomorrow, I don't want to see us trade above this price level. If we do, I'm going to continue to stay out the charts, and then it's likely we might start looking for this gap to try and fill, which would be interesting enough. But yeah, I just want to see resistance, and we did see a level of resistance today. This guys, this is why I said not to trade today, because what is this? This is pure consolidation. Now, what is typical for price is for it to run both sides, so it wouldn't surprise me if price, say, ran Tuesday's high tomorrow and then dropped and tried to fill this massive imbalance we have going on. So that is something to take into account. Another thing I want to bring our attention to is the fact that we are above the Sunday opening price. Now, we have dipped below it already on Monday, so it is possible, if we're going to have an up-close week, this is looking great, as in we can expect a continuation. To be honest, I think it's a bit too good to be true. But dropping down to the 1 hour, it does look to me like this imbalance from the daily does seem like more of a target now. Why? Because we've got the bearish order block here, these two up close, and we do have a 1 hour imbalance. So that there's possibility that price may want to rally up there, and I will allow for that. So there's options, but generally speaking, I am looking for this imbalance to try and get filled, because I still have that bearish bias, and the way it's consolidated like this, I do believe we're going to see some quite large expansion off the back of the interest rates, of course. Now, interest rates aren't till 2 p.m. So this is typical for us to have consolidation the day before, and then usually Thursday and Friday is the day we want to trade, because it's just going to drag out, especially with the recent presidency and everything that's going on. I can only imagine it's just going to be a mess in general. So I'm not really rushing into things, but we might find that after 2:30 price starts running, and it runs fast. So we just need to be aware of that. So as far as I'm concerned, if we get to 2 p.m. and we're still below this imbalance, I'd be happy to look for shorts. But if we're above it, then I'd expect price to start running higher. Let's go to the 15-minute, and you can see again, this is why I didn't trade today. Anyone that traded today, God bless you. This is a breaker, high, low, high, high. So there is reason as to why price may want to trade up into here, because there is a breaker, there is a bearish order block, there's clear displacement, we're rallying in our current trading range between this high and this low. You can see we're in a nice little premium. So, price can happily wander up there, and I'm happy for that. It's just any higher than that, and then it'll probably keep running higher, and then we've simply got the wrong side of the market. It's as simple as that. But it's very typical for price, and I'll show you a quick diagram of that now, to run both sides. So it'll have a consolidation, it'll take out the highs, and then it'll run the lows. And that might be what happens here. So this is the consolidation, and then we might see us take out the highs of that consolidation and then drop lower. But as I said, as soon as it gets above that imbalance on the daily, whole different story. Especially if we find support, it'll probably keep running and trying to fill this imbalance, because there's a few imbalances just dotted around now, isn't there? So we just need to take that into account. 5 minute not really offering us much, and you can just see again, this is where the breaker is. It's this low, high, clear displacement, and we haven't traded to it yet, so it might be just typical for price to want to return back to that. So that's everything on dollar. Let's go to GBP USD, and you'll see how GBP played around in this range, which I drew our attention to at the very beginning of the week. So again, absolutely disgusting day. Not the best at all. Is this Wednesday? No, it's Wednesday tomorrow, so this is Tuesday. So you can see we opened, we didn't trade higher, we just dropped, took out the previous low, 50% level of this range. What is it? Bullish order block, and you can see our price has stayed around in there. So again, ideally I'd like to think that price can still can continue to support this, because you'll see, look at how volume is staying above the 50% level. So if we continue to see that, I'm happy to remain bullish on pound in that it carries on rallying. Let's go to the 1 hour. Again, horrible day yesterday, just pure consolidation. But what's it doing? We're below a significant low. We're in a bullish order block. I believe that they're accumulating to trade on higher. That would be ideal for us. And then let's go to the 15 minute, and you'll see again, just, yeah, you don't want to be trading. This is not nice price action, guys. It's difficult. Honestly, if I was you, I'd just wait till next week. But anyway, you can see we dropped down below Southside liquidity. We had a nice little expansion there at 2:30 today. So it's just a matter of seeing how we act tomorrow. Again, it's pretty much the same thing. I don't want to see price violate this range. Look at how we respected it here, respected it here, respected it here. If this gets violated, like on a closing basis, whole different story. We're probably very bearish. But if we can stay above this, I'm happy to remain pretty bullish and expect us to potentially run for these highs later on in the week. So that's pretty much how I'm looking at pound right now. Is that the Sunday opening price? No, that's the Monday. So let's just get rid of that. But yeah, it's just interesting to see how we're tapping into this range. You know, this is clearly a significant point for price. And we'll, when we get to Friday or next week's review, we'll look at this and we'll say, okay, we'll know whether they're either accumulating or distributing. As in, we can study this because it's pure consolidation. And after consolidation becomes what? Expansion. So yeah, that's how I'm looking at pound currently. Nothing too crazy. But again, very ugly charts. Let's finish up on Euro USD. And similarly, you can see Euro's playing around this level, which I draw our attention to. So although it's not respecting it to the pip, it's significant because we've called the level, we've seen price draw to it, and we've seen how price is acting around these levels. And this is good to us because it means we're doing something right, It means we're doing something right. So with that taken into account, here's the bullish order block. I think this is a bullish order block on the high time frame, so we're still playing around inside of that. If we look at the 50%, well, kind of overshot that. Honestly, Euro's not looking the cleanest. Nothing's looking clean right now. Let's just clear everything. Let's go to the 4 hour. And we've filled this imbalance. So that's what I mean. I don't even know where to expect price to drop to. Like, there's no clear draw liquidity for me on the south side. There is a tiny imbalance right here, I guess. So price may want to tap into that, to create the low. But other than that, same as pound, I just want to see continued support. I want to see price being sponsored. I want to see price pushing higher so that we can potentially run out these highs running into the end of the week. Let's go to the 5 minute real quick. Again, consolidation, so we can expect one side of the market to get taken and then a rally. And that might be off the back of news. So, interest rates and whatnot. So that's going to be everything, guys. I hope that all makes sense. Again, this is a very difficult week, so don't be kicking yourself about it, because I wouldn't even backtest this. I don't want to be trading in this, and that's why I didn't trade today, because I knew it was going to do this. And I knew it was going to do this because of how active price was on Monday. So definitely go check out yesterday and the day before's video. What day are we on? Tuesday. Yeah, go check out Sunday and Monday's video, because or yesterday's video mainly, because you'll understand me. You'll hear me say, listen, we've done all this movement on Monday as soon as we opened. Tuesday's probably going to be a mess, and voila, it's a mess. It's kind of like when you have a toddler and when you give them crayons and you already know it's going to be a mess, you can prepare yourself. And that's what we've done here, as in we saw how price was behaving and acting up on the Monday. We knew it was going to be messy on the Tuesday, which is why we've allowed for it. We have interest rate announcements on Wednesday. So you know that they're building in orders in the market, and then we probably won't want to be trading until Thursday and probably Friday this week, realistically. So that's going to be everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, join the mailing list, join me over on Discord. I am active in there. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.